a kicker and a punter that stole the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now from the Michigan Panthers, kicker who hit a 64-yard field goal back to back to get a massive win in the first weekend of the UFL. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Bates.
Jake!
What's up, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Okay, so first of all, incredible stuff. The one you hit, I forget. Let's run the clip. Because what happened was, and a lot of people didn't know this whenever they saw the clip originally, a 64-yard field goal was hit to win a game. Holy shit, is my first reaction. I wasn't watching live. Then I was told, no, it wasn't just a 64-yarder. It was actually two 64-yarders because they iced them, but before they could stop the snap, so you got to practice try. Look, murders the ball.
Pure.
Absolutely murders it. When you hit that first one, is that a sign of relief, or what is your thoughts here as you hit that first one?
I mean, honestly, at this moment, I don't really remember what I was thinking about. I just remember that I heard the whistle and hit the ball, and then I kind of walked like 10 or 15 yards by myself, just, reset. And kind of the whole thing about, being a kicker is being able to hit the same ball every time. So
Hell yeah.
That's what I tried to do on the second one, and luckily was able to get it in.
Yeah, and like Jake just said there, after the icing, they'd bring him back out. That's Anthony Becht, head coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Battlehawks, good team.
Good ball.
Good program, good ball club. Calling a timeout there, trying to ice, send you back out. And this is the one that you would see on the internet because, boom, although the commentator says line drive kick, yeah, right. That ball was murdered. Absolutely slaughtered. So let's go into your story a little bit here. They talked about it on the broadcast about how you hadn't kicked a meaningful field goal since high school because you were a kickoff specialist, and then you went and played soccer, I do believe. You were always kicking field goals, you just couldn't control where the hell it was going? Or did coaches just see your massive leg and decide, we'll use you on kickoffs, and then we'll have somebody else kick field goals so they can focus on that? How did we get to this point, you think, Jake?
Well, at my two schools that I played football at was Texas State and then Arkansas. And I mean, I think both of those places I was, I thought I was ready to kick field goals. But I was behind two guys that were really, really good. At Texas State, there's Seth Keller, and I think he holds like every record there. And then at Arkansas, I was behind Cam Little, who is probably going to be, the first kicker off the board this draft. So, I mean, it was tough because I'd go to camps and kick with other guys, and I thought, I deserved a chance, but, it wasn't my moment. I think, God had another plan for me. He was telling me to wait, and, as I stayed, patient, stayed, true to myself and who I was, and trusted the process, and, never gave up. And it's hard to never give up when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but luckily, I didn't, and now I'm here.
Hell yeah, keep going. It only starts now, brother. Let's go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've already heard, everybody is interested in this 64-yard field goal making back-to-back kicker in 2024. You've turned so many heads murdering a ball on opening weekend. Let's keep going now, okay? Obviously, you've worked your ass off to get here. Let's keep going. Let's make every ball. Let's get to the NFL. Then we're doing that. Could you imagine a 64-yard walk-off?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
There.
But you have the mindset to be able to accomplish it. As you were telling your story there about being a back, and you get a tweet from The Rock.
Whoa.
Hey, let's go. Final boss.
Yeah, baby.
Final boss.
Yeah, my brother sent that in our family group message, and just like, this is nuts. The Rock tweeted at Jay.
Yeah, well, hey, you're one of the biggest stories coming out of the opening weekend, pal. You're going to be one of the success stories, too, it feels like, because I had a couple, as you were telling your story there, I had a couple backup kickers at West Virginia who were very good. Very good. But, I was the kicker and the punter. So the XFL, the UFL, the USFL, now the UFL, is a great opportunity it's like a perfect opportunity for you, right? And is that how you viewed it as soon as you decided to try out for the UFL and sign up?
Yeah, I mean, I knew to really get a chance in the NFL, I was going to have to show on tape that I can hit field goal in game. And, luckily I came out of college in a time where spring football is, really starting to hit its stride. And the UFL has given me, an opportunity to hopefully showcase that. And hopefully over the next 9, 10, 11 games, hopefully, I can continue to show that.
Hell yeah, keep going, man. It was fun to watch. A dude with your leg strength, too, doesn't come around often. Now it feels like there's more. Harrison Bucker. Have you ever kicked with any of those? Have you ever been in any of these camps and kicked with these guys?
Not any of those like NFL guys. I've only really been to a couple like college camps and stuff like that. But I mean, you watch like the Coles videos of their kicks, and it's ridiculous. I remember
not a lot of them are hitting 64 back to back though, bro. You're in that conversation all of a sudden now.
I remember a couple years ago, I think it was McPherson's rookie season that you talked about how fast his ball gets to the net, like his leg's so strong, and that's kind of how you view, how strong your leg is, how fast that ball gets there. I've always thought about that, what my ball speed to the net, so to speak, would look like to you. So that's something that stuck in my head for, I don't know how long ago he was a rookie, maybe 3 or so years ago, but that's one of the first things I remember about leg strength hearing.
Well, how far did you go? By the way, that's dope. Yeah, that's very dope from my end too. So like, I appreciate you saying that. That's cool to hear. But how far you go? How far have you been?
I mean, in practice at Arkansas, I had like 65, I guess, live. But
how about just holder?
Just holder?
Yeah.
I had 67 on my pro day. But I guess it hit the ceiling, but I mean, it was going to be good. But I mean, other than that, like, I haven't really.
Dude, we got to get you to a field with a nice, like 7 to 10 mile an hour behind you.
Little breeze.
Little one behind you. Maybe at altitude, because your leg strength is special, brother. Keep going. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Keep going, man. Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, kicker from Michigan Panthers hit back-to-back 64-yarders, one after being iced, the other bringing home the first win of the Michigan Panther season. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Bates.
Yeah, Jake!
That'd feel cool.
That was really cool,
what a dog.
What a story.
Yeah.
Because I had a backup named Chris Glenn. He was a good kicker. Mm-hmm. Like, he could put the ball through the uprights, but just like, never, like, which, I mean, I feel bad about now, kind of looking back.
Well,
but like, this UFL was a perfect opportunity for those types, let alone other positions like wide receivers at like Bama, guys that are maybe like 5 stars. They stick around, but they don't get up on to the starters. It's like, yeah, this guy was at Alabama. He runs a 4.47. Never really got to get on the field. We give him. That's a cool thing about spring.
But he hadn't kicked one since high school in a game, and then you not only hit it, but you hit it back to back. After being iced like that, first weekend of the new league, like that. That's awesome. That's an awesome moment. That's something he'll never forget. Obviously, the tweet from The Rock. That's the icing on the cake.
Sick.
The final boss.
Yeah.
That's dope.
We acknowledge, especially on Mania Week here. Good for Jake. Keep going. And obviously, with the kicking thing, that one kick from him will get him workouts.
Oh, yeah.
Should.
In the NFL, because every team that doesn't have a kicker is actively looking for one. Like, very badly. And if you find a guy and he gets hot, he could be there for 15 years.
The fans will be calling for, hey, can we get Bates in here?
That's already happening.
New England needs to bring Bates in for a little tryout.
I think the Lions, allegedly, now they're in Michigan, so.
Every Lions fan wants him on the team. We need a guy.
I heard a lot of
64-yarder would be nice.
In the dome?
Okay, I don't know what an NFL ball is versus a UFL ball. I mean, there's so many different things in there, but he murdered. He's got a strong leg.